today, something new that I've never done before. I am doing a top 5 of my favorite cars in GTA. Number 1, we are starting off with the Turismo R, as you see. The little details on this car make this car fabulous. I don't know why I just said fabulous, but the little details on this car make it so wonderful to have. So the revving on this car, it's just, you just gotta listen to it. So I'm just gonna rev the car from right here. Just pay attention. So the revving on this car is pretty interesting. So on this part right here, I have popped the back off the car so I can show you guys the engine. So pay attention to this engine because it's going to come in handy next in a few minutes from now. So let's get in the car and let's go on the road. So in this car, um, on the GTA forums for cars, this car has a hybrid engine. And it's actually a pretty fast car. I like this car a lot. It's faster than the Entity, and it can beat the Zentorno. If you put the effort into the race, you can beat the Zentorno. That's why I use this car more than the Zentorno. I don't even own a Zentorno anymore. So as you see, I'm testing this car's handling by just flying through traffic like an idiot. I'm just flying through traffic, trying to see what I can accomplish. So I'm testing this car's handling, and I was holding the throttle while I was accelerating, which makes this car even better because it stabilizes the car when you accelerate. It's easy to stabilize it. Take the back weight of the car, it swerves out a lot when you drift. So this, I'm gonna say, I like this car a lot, but this is my favorite car. But every car in this game has its own downfall. This car's downfall is how low the car is while racing, and how easily it gets damaged. The back trunk on that car will fall off like almost instantly if you smack into enough stuff. And then talking about how low it is, if you're not moving and you try to go up a curb, like a regular curb, you're just gonna keep bumping onto it, like a sidewalk, like how high those are, and you try to get on top of it. You're just gonna keep bumping it. You need speed to go up them. If you have off-road tires, then you're golden to get up them. But if you don't have off-road tires, then I don't know what to tell you. I just like this car a lot. It just sounds amazing. So number 2 on our list, ignore the people in the background. Number 2 on our list, if you know me, I love Koenigseggs. I love Koenigsegg. The previous car, the Turismo, was a McLaren P1 with a LaFerrari mix. This car is an all Koenigsegg car. I don't know what Koenigsegg it is to be for sure, but it is the entity. If you know what a Koenigsegg is, you know what the entity is, then you know me. I love Koenigsegg. So the entity, right here. This car is amazing. I just like it so much. It has so much minor details to it that that make this car worth its while. It's just a nice car. As you see, I try to copy the rims as much as I can. And this car was actually the only supercar I found that you could put rear diffusers and stuff like that, and side skirts on it, a front bumper. It was actually pretty helpful. And it's a four-wheel drive car. It's pretty awesome, actually. You can tell it's a Koenigsegg by the way Koenigsegg ceilings are made. And yeah, if you go on Google and type in Koenigsegg Agera, like the regular one, you'll see the back is actually remodeled after the real Agera. So into this car's stats and handling. This car handles like it's like really light. It's like it's probably light from all the carbon fiber stuff that gets included on it. That's my guess. I don't know if that's true or not. But this car is extremely light. It takes off pretty quick. It's four-wheel drive. I don't know what the top speed on it is. I don't know what 0 to 60 is on this thing. It's pretty quick. So it's a pretty big. The only minor detail to this car I see, um, it's a pretty big car, and sometimes you can't squeeze in between spots. Like on a race, you'll maybe get lucky once or twice, but if you do it again, you're down to hit something that gets stuck on something. And the spoiler, don't get me started. The spoiler just keeps latching on to stuff. Even though I love Koenigsegg spoilers, and actually hit that dude. Even though I love Koenigsegg's readjustable wings and stuff, this spoiler just hooks on to stuff for no reason sometimes. Other than that, I like the car. It's a nice car. in my opinion, I like the Turismo way better. So we're gonna rev the car again. So it just has its own custom engine noise on top of that. It's a pretty nice car. I think it would have made it better if it had the real Koenigsegg doors on it, the ones that push out and then slide up. That would have been a lot better than what just a regular car door. Since the Zentorno is the only car in the game with scissor doors, and the Infernus has butterfly doors. But a lot of people don't like Zentornos and Infernuses because they're overused or they're just weird altogether. So this car, I got a good view of the pearlescent on the car, and it's a pretty nice car with the door open and everything. So yeah, I liked the way the car was. It was very interesting. All right, number 3 on the list. You guessed it. Number 3 on the list is the Guarati Cheetah. The Guarati Cheetah, one of my preferably favorite, just by the way it handles. It's pretty nice. It's carbon fiber all on the car. It's a really nice car, and I wish that I wish I had it in real life for real. It's just nice. See carbon fiber all up on the back. There's a cheetah on the back. It has Guarati somewhere on the outside. So yeah, it has an interesting body style. The back is the GTA Spano, and the front is a Ferrari Enzo, which is actually pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting mix because you would not expect a Ferrari, because Guarati's Ferrari, to be a mix with a GTA Spano, which in my opinion is pretty interesting. That I never noticed that. But the only way you know it's a GTA Spano is if you go on Google and type in GTA Spano back, and you compare it to the Cheetah back, it's almost exactly alike. So yeah, at this part I damaged the car a lot. So the back had popped off, so I got a good view of it. So remember the Turismo's back, I said you pay attention to. That's the exact same engine inside the Cheetah. So they both have hybrid engines, only different horsepower. So as you see, I was just driving this car in the rain. It looks like a flip car from Fast and Furious, to be for real with you. If you've seen Fast and Furious 6, it looks a lot like a flip car. It was black and it was even out. But this car, I've had a history with it. That and the Turismo. I've sold it many times, and then I've rebought it many times. So I confirmed that I was gonna keep it until I decided a new version came out, like the Cheetah S or the Turismo S or something like that. They need to come out with another overflowed car in the game too. Like I want another Koenigsegg for it. I love Koenigsegg. I want a Nagera R instead of a CCXR. I found out it was a CCXR, but I wanted a white Nagera R in the game. I feel like the Nageras are pretty dope. And they're like really fast too. So yeah. You saw the stats when I was in the store, so that proves how fast this car is. So in the rain, this thing, it's alright. It's not really grippy like it is when it wasn't raining. But making turns is a little bit harder. You have to put a little bit more emphasis into it and ease up the brake more, and the gas more. But if you're pretty good at driving this car, then you won't have a problem with it. If you drove for a really long time, then that won't be a problem. The cars are really slidey. It's not grippy. It's just slidey. Like the car will just slide from left to right if you try to drift it around corners. It's just it's a nice car, but it's just crazy sometimes. And the car just like, it's a weird car because the Turismo and the Cheetah both they're like siblings. But the Turismo is like the younger version of the Cheetah. And yeah, because the Turismo was in GTA 4. It wasn't the Turismo R. It was just the Turismo. And the Cheetah has been in GTA for a really long time. So the car, it's just a nice car. I like the customizable options I have, and I got to move the exhaust pipe and change the spoiler on it. So yeah, it was a interesting pick on the spoiler and stuff. It was a nice car for real, and I suggest if you want a car that handles pretty good, I suggest you buy this car. So yeah, this car is actually, it doesn't get damaged as quick as the cheap and the Turismo does. The Turismo's back comes off a little bit quicker because it's in a different spot than the hinges are in a different spot than the whatchamacallit, the Turismo's. So like in this car accident that I accidentally got into the attention, it's perfectly fine. Nothing happened. So next on the list, we have the Masacro. Masacro is one of the best sports cars in the game. Or the best sports car in the game. Count that. I love this car. The car's handling, the look, the appeal on it. It's just a nice car. The customization, the race car Masacro. I like the regular one better than the race car Masacro. I'll go into detail about that later when we start out around. So yeah, this car is actually a Ferrari and a Aston Martin mix. The back is the Aston Martin, and the front is the Ferrari. So the rim, I wanted to go something different, and I actually found out these rims are probably going to be the best rims to have on this car. It was really nice. Alright, so then the back, I love it, the Aston Martin back with the rear diffuser and the little colored spoiler that I put on it. So yeah. So let's get in this rev this car. There's only one car in this game that has that engine noise, and that is the Masacro and the race car Masacro. Alright, so this is I had an encounter with my friend when I was recording this. I was recording the cheat. I had a little blooper. Some dude, allergy rolled up to me. So I'm gonna go into detail why I like the regular Masacro more than the race car Masacro. To me, the race car Masacro's handling, it's like you drift more in it, but the regular Masacro seems to lock onto the floor a lot quicker. Like, so you'll turn, and then you'll get in that definite spot quicker. To me, that's how it is. I like the regular one better. Yeah. So yeah, this car, I was testing the handling. As you see, it kind of almost spun out, but I stopped it. So yeah, it's the car, the headlights are the LED lights in the front of it, like the LED lights on the carbon is there. And see, I had to check to see if they still worked because I wanted a view of them. I didn't want to get a view of them when I was. Oh, excuse me. I didn't want to get a view of them when I was driving. I wanted to get a view of them when I was doing the just stationary. So yeah, this is a nice spot. So yeah, so you see, this is yeah, I had a big old scratch in the front. Minus the scratch, it was a nice takeoff. So next on the list, we have the number 5th car on my list of top 5 sports cars that I like. Number 5th being the least I like, and number 1 being the first that I love. This is the Kuruma. I love the Kuruma in real life. The Kuruma is it's just the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. It's just awesome. It's pretty quick. I like it. It's really fast. I just don't like the handling because I'm not used to it yet. Yeah, it's a car for real. It handles decently. It's not the best handling. So yeah, and if you look on the tachometer on the interior of the Kuruma, you'll see the Karen logo on it, and the Karen logo is pretty decent. So here's the revenue. Alright, so it's probably one of the loudest cars in the game. And you can listen to the gear change real quick while I do them. So the car does a little key NOS noise on it. So it has it comes with turbo. And it's a twin turbo car when you upgrade it. And we're going through stats right now. So the car is 4-wheel drive. It's 4-door. It accelerates pretty quick. It accelerates faster than the Sultan does. And it's pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy car, hard to believe. But it's kind of light at the same time. It slides a lot. It's a decent one. It's a pretty. That's my thing. It was It wasn't the best driving I've done because I was trying to get good views and good noises of the exhaust pipes coming out. But that was my mistake because I wasn't paying attention to driving and the traffic ahead of me. So yeah, it was a total mistake of my behalf. As you see, you correct your errors a lot quicker on this car than you do on the other one. Like the Sultan. The Sultan's like smaller, but I like the Kuruma. The looks wise, it's like a lot better. And before the Kuruma came out, the Sultan was the go-to four-door car. But now the Armor Kuruma and the Kuruma are both out. You might as well just have them both because one day you might just get in a little hassle. You need those C4s or 3 people in the car with you. You better as well get the Sultan out or the Kuruma. And if you need to get something with the armor, get that. Get the Armor Kuruma. Only $500,000 more. You need a cheap sports car that's four-door. Get the Armor Kuruma, $76,000. And yeah. So this was Dark Shadows 506. It was fun playing with you. It was fun making this video for you guys. I'll make another one soon. Honorable mentions of my sports cars that I liked in the game. And you guys let me know what you guys want to see next. I will see you guys later. Peace.